Jamaica, we greet by saying one love, or one man.
Thanks to each of you for prioritising IAGR 2019.
Because even though we have our smartphones and other digital tools to connect, we need to meet face to face.
And guess what? If we can help people that are at risk, we reduce the likelihood that they may engage in fraud, embezzlement.
And also, we also would like to learn a lot about the major efforts in the other jurisdictions with regard to the how to promote responsible gaming.
All recipients of direct messaging gambled on days that they didn't otherwise anticipate that they would have gambled.
I'm here because this is an exciting event where I get to see what's happening on a global stage from a regulatory perspective, connect with not only global regulators but also industry from around the world and researchers to understand what's happening.
I'm really looking forward to hearing Ashleen's talk. She's from the behavioural unit in the UK, and she's going to be sharing insights about behavioural interventions.
And really what this comes down to is something that we called two-system thinking. Okay, so essentially there are two ways that we make decisions.
People see gambling as just a part of life, and this is reinforced at a personal, institutional and cultural level.
So again, apps are quite important, but they're certainly not the magic bullet and certainly not the panacea.
The social casino games are winning. They have hundreds of millions of more customers. They also are making hundreds of millions of more dollars.
And then finally, this notion of bias in data, whereby even the slightest flaws in the data set that you use to build your models can yield some highly undesirable effects.
There is no room when it comes to colleague agencies for excessive ego, or what I like to call turf tension.
Well, it's been fascinating. It's a broad remit. The title of the conference, as you know, is Regulating the Game. It's been technology heavy, from AIs to Professor Nelson Rose's lecture this morning, which was all about Fantasyland and where we're going in the future and where we've been in the past.
It certainly has been a major experience. I mean, 2 years ago in South Africa, we took the decision that we were actually going to offer IAGR to host them in Jamaica, and that offer was taken up. And the main reason for actually inviting them to Jamaica is because we felt that it gave us a good opportunity to have all the major players, all the major regulators in Jamaica.
And I think the program has been really thought-provoking, and it's been so good. So many interesting speakers from all over the world. It makes it so much easier to have a network from all across the globe, because you always know who to ask if you have a question. You know of someone who's done this before.
We'd love to see as many of you as possible in Boston next year.
It's a good practice, in my view, to convene a restorative justice conference with the complainant.
Well, I have to say, look, I've had the privilege now of attending 3 IAGR conferences, and this has certainly been the best in terms of the quality of the speakers and the breadth of topics. And in terms of the highlights, I think the keynote sessions have all been uniformly excellent.
I've really enjoyed the artificial intelligence sessions that we've had. I thought the one on day 2, the behavioural insights, was absolutely excellent and so relevant to the gambling space.
It's been a tremendous success. We've had some fantastic speakers and really impactful speakers. What they've done is that they've provoked thinking, they've provoked debate, but more importantly, we've built connection. So delegates here and many first-time delegates have built connection and relationships, and I think that's going to spark a conversation and collaboration that's going to continue. But we say farewell to Jamaica now, and now our gaze turns to Boston, and we're very much looking forward to IAGR 2020.